I'm going to do a little video about my Introduction to Theater course. This was a face-to-face course, which has a lot of content as homework that is online. I'm not going to get into the details of how I set up this course because I've created a template course for what an easy online template could be. So I don't want to spend a lot of time showing you what works for my face-to-face classes, except for a few of the projects which may be helpful when you're trying to engage with students or assess students in this very different scenario. So I'm briefly going to go to weekly content. I'm going to go here to week 1. In this course, there was no homework due Tuesday because courses had not begun yet. There is this study journal. So this study journal I had some mixed success with because I was trying to get students to make sure that they were taking notes from their reading and that they were reflecting about their reading rather than just putting it in their eyeballs and then forgetting about it. This study journal is going to look a little intense, but it doesn't have to be this complicated. So what I did is I created an assignment, and it said each student will update a Google document throughout the semester. Please see the journal example instructions and thoroughly complete the instructions on the document. What's great about a Google document is that students can just keep adding to it, and as long as they've invited you to the document, you can just check in on it every now and then. And students think that we have all this time on our hands and we care about every tiny thing that they write. So they think that we're constantly there checking in on their study journal, when really we're just trying to stay a step ahead of them. So this is great because they feel like we're engaged in ways that maybe we aren't, but make them feel that they are getting careful one-on-one instruction with you. And if you do have time to look at their study journal, then you can add comments really easily. So let me show you what this looks like. So this is instructions for the study journal. What I do is I make templates for my students. This is very time consuming. I don't think that this is something that you should try and do while you're trying to lay the tracks while the train is rolling. But essentially, whenever you see brackets, this is something I do as far as sort of a vocabulary, is I create brackets, and that means students put their name where it says your name. Then it says instructions to create a study journal. Here's how you make a copy of this document. So basically what they do is they make a copy of this document, and then this walks them through how to create an outline. Some students loved this and some students hated this because many students just want to read the content. But as we know, taking notes is how we engage deeper with that content. I created a rubric that I could go through and grade these with a 40-person class. It was a lot of work, and I didn't do it the whole semester, but it can be a great way for you to just check in and make sure students are actually engaging with the content that you have assigned them. And I give them an example of sort of what I want their notes to look like. May be very different based on discipline. So that's an idea. So the study journal, running Google Docs. So it's not like they have to keep submitting something, right? They can just keep adding to this and you can check in on it whenever you want. Also, what's great is you can go ahead and make a comment. So I could, make a comment, this is really clear. I can't type right now. Right? And you always want to make sure you actually hit the button that has the comment go forward.